If you have a pre-facelift 5th generation 4Runner and you wanted to upgrade your headlights, there's a lot of options on the market, but not all of them are very good. What you want is one of the best bulbs to upgrade to, and that's what I'm going to show you today. This right here is the all-new 2-stroke 4.0 bulb from Morimoto. I'm going to show you how bright it is compared to the stock halogen bulbs. I'm going to show you how to install it, so follow me, let's get rolling. The all-new Morimoto 2-stroke 4.0 is packed with more patented, innovative features than any other bulb on the market today. The ceramic PCB and OSRAM HJL LEDs help illuminate the road more effectively, with zero glare to oncoming traffic. There's this wild heat exchanger that essentially cools the bulb while warming the ambient temperature inside of the housing. This utilizes a 12,000 RPM fan, which is going to keep this bulb so cool that it's never going to overheat and it's most definitely not going to fail. That's probably why they offer a lifetime warranty from Morimoto. You will never ever have to buy another one of these again. On the H11 bulbs, for instance, there's this tension spring, which essentially puts 5 Newton meters of force, putting the bulb exactly where it needs to be in the housing to replicate your original halogen bulb. They've also enhanced the adjustability of this bulb compared to the 3.0. The way that this is adjusted is by far a better feature than the original version. And something that they've done differently is that inside of the driver, it uses 18 watts at startup, but then eventually ramps up to about 22.5 watts. What this means is in some applications, it's actually going to get brighter over time. These bulbs are by far the benchmark when it comes to putting aftermarket LEDs inside of your vehicle. Now that you're up to speed on the all-new bulb, let's show you what it looks like compared to your stock housings. In your low beam, you have an H11 bulb, so you're going to be replacing that with an H11 2-stroke 4.0. In the high beam, it's actually a 9005 bulb. We'll also show you what it looks like in the fog lights as well. The way I'm testing this is with a digital lux meter. It measures actual usable brightness at a certain point on the wall. That's just a good way for us to tell the brightness of one headlight to another to figure out how much brighter it really is. So this is what it looks like when you're shining your stock halogen lights at the wall. It's actually a pretty decent beam pattern. So we want to try to replicate this beam pattern, but we do want it to be brighter and we do want that modern color, the bright white. Everybody loves the bright white. The halogen bulb is just so dated. Using our digital lux meter, we measured 560 maximum lux. This is going to be the benchmark. When I installed the 2-stroke 4.0, at startup, we measured 1,600 lux, which means that this bulb in particular is 186% brighter than your original bulbs. This is by far the reason that I'm recommending this bulb for you with the 4Runner. Look at the beam pattern. It is not glaring all over the place. Because the bulb is intelligently designed to give you a good beam pattern, this is not going to glare at all. You still get your width, but you also get that color. You remember what I was saying about the driver? Well, this is Morimoto's party piece because you are not going to lose brightness over time like a lot of other bulbs on the market today. This is actually one of the first times that I've seen a full increase in brightness after leaving this on for 15 minutes. I've measured 1,670 maximum lux after leaving this bulb in for 15 minutes, which was 198% brighter than your stock halogen bulbs. That is absolutely insane that this bulb just gets brighter over time. No other bulb on the market today has a feature quite like this. This is what your stock halogen bulbs look like in your 4Runner on high beam. As you can see, we measured 1,230 maximum lux. And that's actually really decent. The light output is put exactly where you want it down the road. It's right above your low beam cutoff. When you install the 2-stroke 4.0, as long as it's adjusted properly, you get this beam pattern. And as you can see, you still got that beautiful bright white color. It still replicates your stock output, it's just brighter. I measured 2,630 maximum lux, so in this case, it was 114% brighter. That is definitely a good upgrade, and this is why I'm making this video. I would recommend this to friends. But on high beam, after 15 minutes, I read 3,200 maximum lux. That is insane. That is 160% brighter than stock. Doesn't matter if it's a tail light, a headlight housing, a fog light. If it's an aftermarket LED, they often lose brightness over time. In this case, I didn't see that. Now that you can tell just how much brighter it truly is, let's show you how to install it. This is the 4Runner. We want a bulb that's going to last forever, and like I said, this has a lifetime warranty. That's what I'm putting in this 4Runner. This is one of our friends, and we don't want it to fail on him. So first thing you gotta do is pop the hood. To remove the bulbs inside this headlight housing, it's super easy, and you do not have to go from the fender well here. You can just reach it from the top. On the driver's side, there is a battery that is a little bit in the way, but you can cram your hand in there, turn your bulb counterclockwise, pull it up, disconnect your wiring, and then just simply install the 4.0 bulb. The high beam on the inner sides are much easier, so I can do this real time. There it is. There's your bulb. So disconnect that wiring, and then we'll grab the other bulb. So push the tab on the high beam. Let's pull away that halogen bulb. You could throw that away and grab your 2-stroke 4.0, plug that in, and then push it back into the housing and turn it clockwise. Now you can push the tab down and unplug that halogen bulb. Throw it away and grab your 4.0 bulb, the 9005. We're gonna plug it in and then push the bulb on the back side of the housing and turn it clockwise to lock it in place. You gotta make sure that these bulbs are facing, with the LEDs facing out to the 3 and 9 o'clock position. What we wanna do is try to reflect that light on the reflectors inside of this headlight housing. That's gonna give you a really good beam pattern. Like I said, these are adjustable, so if yours are not producing a good beam pattern when you install them, just take them out, adjust them, play with them, put them back in, and double check it. You definitely want to not blind oncoming drivers, or you're gonna be like the people in the comments that are complaining about aftermarket lights. You're already in the front of the vehicle. You might as well upgrade your fog lights. Like I said, you wouldn't necessarily want a yellow bulb as the headlights, but you could sure put yellow bulbs in the fog lights. And personally, on a 4Runner, I suggest putting yellow bulbs in the fog lights. You are actually using these in the dust, in the rain, in the snow. So it just is a better upgrade, in my opinion. To do that, just come over here. Now on each side of the vehicle, you're gonna use a 10mm socket and a ratchet and remove these two bolts right here to pull back this inner fender line. If you need to give yourself some more room, you could turn the tire, but now as you can see, you can reach your hand up here, turn your original bulb counterclockwise, and pull it down just like this, and then install whatever color you choose. I know it's hard to see on camera, just push it up, turn it clockwise to make sure it locks into place. Now turn it on, make sure you do the same thing to the other side, make sure everything works properly, and if so, then you can put those two bolts back in and you're done. I know video makes it look really simple. I did struggle a little bit trying to get it into the socket. There's a couple ears on that bulb. Make sure you align those right, push it in, and turn it and lock it in place. You can probably actually hear these bulbs right now, and that's because it's got that 12,000 RPM fan, which is going to cool the bulbs so that they last a very long time. Like I said a couple times now, these have a lifetime warranty, so I'm really happy to put these in a vehicle that's actually going to be used outside in the elements. So if you want to see other products that we've tested on this vehicle, be sure to check it out on our YouTube channel. Also go to headlightrevolution.com, just type in your year, make, and model so you can see all of the other products we've tested for your 4Runner. We've got headlights, taillights, fog lights, interior lights, and so much more depending on your year range. We'll see you guys over there.